So welcome everyone to round 8 of Premier League 360. Actually, really results of round 8 and coming up to round 9.
It is, yes. Yeah, so it's a bit of a lacklustre start there after a few weeks off, Steve, eh? You're not quite back into it yet.
I've been waiting for so long to talk about this, I've forgotten what I had to talk about.
That's right, yeah. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks we've had off. Had another week off due to weather, too hot, so it's all been pushed back a week, the Premier League, but we finally got round 8 done.
Amy's back.
Amy's back, yeah, she's finally back. An undeserved holiday, I heard, but anyway, she's back at it. So she's really looking forward to putting these together again, I heard. So, but anyway, round 8's done. Couple of good wins, couple of close matches. We even had a draw this week.
Turtles,
yeah. Defeated the non-team, Power Faders. 138, 127.
Yeah, it was all pretty straightforward. 11 points. It's a pretty solid win.
It is, yeah, considering the Faders only had a couple of players out there.
Turtles.
Freddie Harrison and Dean Nolka, the only ones that could get on the park this week for the boys.
And Turtles are only just out of the 8 now. Out of the 4.
Yeah, they are. They're only out by percentage, so this is one more week to go next week. It's anyone's game to get in the finals there. Next match, Teacups defeated the Loose Cannons, the Lockie boys. We knew they were pretty ordinary, but
I thought that said bye, but it does say Loose Cannons. So
yeah, 130 to 127, a close match, and they only had 3 out in the park as well. They've done all right. But yeah, Peter Bowick 37, Di Simons 35, top scorers for the Teacups, and they're in the top 4. They're sitting in the 4th position at the minute, so
potentially the first ladies to play finals.
Yeah, they could be. They need to win this week, but it's, they've got their chance. Andy Harrison and Cole Johnson, the best for the Loose Cannons. If you can have a best for the Loose Cannons.
For the Loose Cannons, that's right. Next game, Reluctant Heroes and Cinderella Boys.
Yeah, 145 defeated Cinderella Boys 143. So good.
Yeah, my boys are back. The Purple Haze.
Hey, they're only just there. They can sneak out.
Haze, they'll be right.
No, they probably cemented their spot there just.
Yeah, well, you're right. They're on 20 points and there's 2 other teams.
Yeah.
So I suppose, but some strong performances, some good numbers there.
Brendan Kelly 38, Scalzi 37.
Yeah.
Steve Jones 35 and Kirk Hardley 35.
Yeah.
So nothing special, but enough to.
Cinderella Boys were pretty solid. Long Basher 38 after he'd had about 8 lessons during the week off Richard to help him get it back in the air.
Yeah, and it's worked all right. I'll look at that.
Sean's always pretty solid.
Yeah,
and
you don't see Dion up there that often.
Mr. Barbie Cup.
Mr. Barbie Cup, Mr. Cinderella hat this year. So he's up there, so it's good to see.
Yeah.
And even Nick Raftelis, he gets a mention a bit later on, but yeah, he's in the top 4, 34 points. So that's a good effort.
Next match was the Fockers and the Granddads. And
they
had a draw.
One the Fockers would have probably penciled in for a solid win, but the Granddads have probably produced not quite the total upset, but to get a draw out of those guys is pretty good.
They're probably unlucky not to win actually when they got started with Blair Christie with 42 points.
Yeah, nice little 1 under for Blair, which was a good little round for him.
Bailey with 37. You would have thought someone else would drop in there, but they had to take a 31 from Rex Matthews.
Yep.
Which just sort of didn't quite get him over the line.
No, and then you had Chud and Robbie Kilgour. Chud's had 38 points, Robbie 36, and Timmy Leap 36. Their depth went a little bit longer with the Fockers, but it was all down to Blair really that kept them in the game. So, but the Fockers, they'll stay on top more than likely, and definitely go powering into the finals.
This could be a little
little
crack maybe. Finals.
Stewie Manson might be a little bit worried, maybe.
Finals just around the corner, and they've already might have shown their cards.
That finals pressure might be getting to them. So, and the Dirty Divots had the bye 128. Paul Carey, Pete Retallick 34 and 32. Yep. Your mate Harley 32 and Damien 30. So no great scoring there by those guys. They'll have to lift their act up a little bit over the next few weeks going into the finals, which I'm sure they will.
And it was by, they were just relaxed.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything special.
So the ladder is The Fockers, Dirty Divots, Reluctant Heroes and Teacups.
Yeah, they're the top 4, and as we said, the top, the 3rd and 4th are only in there by percentage. The Turtles just knocking on the door there.
It's pretty scary that the Turtles could actually make it.
That's
I
probably
suppose.
more scary that the Teacups could make it, I reckon. But yeah, Cinderella Boys could even get a, if they win this week, they could sneak in if everything else goes their way. So
It's the right percentage. So
it's really open to those 3 teams really. So anything could happen at the minute.
So awards for the week. I know
Yeah,
they
we
were
only
a
had
little
couple.
while ago, but
Yeah, we only really got a couple. We've got Sook of the Week this week, and I had to give that to Nick Raftalis.
yeah,
He rang up, said I can't get in. I said no, it's full, that's why. And he had a little whinge that we shouldn't do Premier League while all the visitors are around. I like to just politely say, Nick, it's us members that are out there playing. It's no visitors. It's all us paid up members that are out there playing. So, Nick, mate, pull your head in, get on the computer a bit earlier, and you might get a spot. I know you're up nice and early out there getting the fish and all that, getting your shot sorted, but don't sook about it. Just get in early and you'll be right. So, but we got you a game. That was the main thing. But yeah, you're going to get Sook of the Week. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
I've got nothing more to add to that.
No. And the only other one we really had was team player. He's sort of a bit of both. Team player, maybe tool of the week. We can't give him
Go
tool,
easy
but
on my
on
captain.
your captain. Yeah, Steve Jones. He turned up early in the morning. First group out with a few others, Kenny Walter and a couple others, and first group gets nearest to the pins.
Got one job to do, Jonesy.
I've given them to Kenny Walter, I must admit, and Kenny's reminded everyone in his group, can you let me know when I get to the 13th, I need to put these out. And Jonesy come in and Kenny goes, Jonesy didn't remind me. So, mate, you get tool of the week, but you also get team player of the week for turning up early to play for your team and then head in the car to Gundagai to catch up with some family. So,
And cop the wrath of the ladies because you also forgot to put the ladies
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And we don't normally do that.
No, we usually leave the ladies nearest the pins for them, which I will be doing from now on. I won't be handing off to the guys ever again, especially if Jonesy's around. But no, good effort getting out there in the morning and getting a score on the board for your team.
First
got
got
on,
days,
so
I reckon they're cherry ripe.
yeah, you reckon?
Yep.
Hitting
their
straps right at the right time.
Kelly's getting new clubs.
Yeah, as you might need them after 38 points on the weekend.
Imagine how good he'd be with new clubs. He's had those since 1975. Those clubs he's got.
Same grips too.
Yeah.
The only other side mention was Kevin Humbert. Now, because I've had a few weeks off, he came in and said, you haven't found my shoe, have you? I said, what do you mean? I've lost my shoe. One shoe he's lost. These boys from Lockie, they don't know what's going on down there, but one shoe he lost on the way home. He had it in the golf cart, it's fallen out on the way home. So mate, anytime you want to come in the shop, here's a shoe for you. Good price for this one. Really good price, so we can sort you out.
Happened to Humby.
It could.
No one else.
He's out there in just his runners now. He won't even buy a pair of shoes to replace them. He's still
I've been
hoping.
in golf a long time and I've seen wheels lost, handles lost. Ian Roper once lost some clubs out of the back of our pennant bus and another team turned up with them, but I've never seen anyone lose their shoe.
One shoe. Anyway, we'll move on to the final round of the home and away season, round 9. As we said, anything's happening this week to get into finals. Turtles kick it off against the Loose Cannons, so the Turtles are the ones in 5th position and need a win. Keeping you up, am I saying?
Oh, you're talking about Humby, that put anyone to sleep.
Yeah. So, yeah, Turtles need to win this, which you pretty much say it's a guaranteed win for those guys. That'll get them to 6 wins and inside the top 4.
Reluctant Heroes play the Power
Faders.
Faders.
So again, a Reluctant Heroes win keeps them in the top 4 quite comfortably. This is where it starts to get interesting. Teacups versus the Dirty Divots. Dirty Divots already there, 2nd spot. Teacups need to win to really keep their spot in the 4. So
Dirty Divots win, the finals is just about sorted.
it is, yeah. Although then we go to the next one, the Cinderella Boys. If they win and Turtles and Teacups lose, it all comes down to percentage. So
can't see them beating
no.
the Fockers.
Although, as you said, it's getting close to finals. They're starting to get the wobbly knees, the Fockers. So, and the Cinderella Boys are pretty good, long basher. Gav Radley's done nothing this year, so he's probably due for a good round. So they could get the job done, but as you say, it's going to be a hard task.
Granddad's
Have the
just,
bye, so they Yeah,
That's
they
them
were
done.
going to
They've just been a bit inconsistent actually. Their good's been really good, but
Yeah, they were good early and then just dropped off a little bit. So, interesting round this week. We'll be really keen to see what happens on Saturday afternoon, see what the results are and see who sneaks in. Then we're only sort of 3 or 4 weeks away from the grand final. So it's all...
give you something positive to look at this week after your 34 of your team's
12.
been...
We've only lost 12, that's right.
Yeah, well, 34 who did play for you.
Yeah, it's not a good week at all.
No.
Anyway, we'll bounce back. We'll be fine.
We'll see about
Yeah.
that. The words of Matthew Lloyd, you won't win a game.
Yeah, that's okay. Thanks to Amy, thanks to 4X, and we'll see you next week.
No worries. Have a good week, everyone. Play well.